Have you ever wondered why certain numbers seem to follow you, appear in your dreams, or show up just when you need them most? Some dismiss it as coincidence, but those who understand energy, truly feel its subtle movements, know better. Numbers are not just mathematical symbols, they are vibrational keys, gateways that, when activated, can open unseen doors in your reality. Throughout history, mystics, sages, and metaphysical practitioners have whispered about numbers that carry divine frequencies. These aren't just codes, they're vibrations translated into symbols, capable of tuning your energetic field into the frequency of wealth, health, or love. And among these sacred sequences, 3 digits have stood the test of time, not for their complexity, but for the almost instant effect they seem to create when used with intention. This isn't a superstition or a new internet trend. It's a practice rooted in ancient energetic principles, the same ones that guide sacred geometry, sound healing, and vibrational medicine. When you speak certain words or write specific numbers, you're not just communicating, you're transmitting. You're aligning your frequency with something that already exists in the unseen. And here's where it becomes real. When you write these numbers, with full intention, on your left hand, you're sending a direct signal to the universe. Why the left hand? Because in metaphysical tradition, the left side is the receiving side, the side of intuition, connection, and flow. It's where energy enters, and it's through this subtle channel that abundance can finally start to flow toward you. So, when you hear about a simple number like 520, don't mistake its simplicity for weakness. Behind each digit lies a vibrational truth, a frequency that speaks directly to the energetic blueprint of money. Not just money as paper, but money as flow. And the moment you align with that frequency, things begin to move. Fast. At first glance, 520 looks like any ordinary number. 3 digits, nothing more. But in the realm of metaphysical codes and vibrational resonance, 520 carries a precise energetic frequency, one that speaks directly to the universal current of abundance. This number is often referred to as a sacred code, not because someone declared it holy, but because of what it consistently does. In practices rooted in spiritual numerology and vibrational healing, 520 is believed to hold the frequency of money comes to me easily and immediately, not in theory, in manifestation. Each digit carries its own frequency, and when combined, they create a unique vibrational signature that aligns with fast-moving financial energy. The number 5 represents change and movement, a breaking of stagnation. The 2 embodies balance, cooperation, and receptivity. And the 0? It's the amplifier, the cosmic multiplier that expands the intention tenfold. Together, they form a code that acts like a beacon. When you write it on your hand, especially on your left wrist or palm, as tradition suggests, you're doing more than a symbolic gesture. You're aligning yourself with a very specific quantum frequency. You become a transmitter and receiver of the energy of immediate abundance. But the number only works when activated with intention. This is not about writing digits and waiting passively. It's about feeling the energy of money already flowing toward you as you inscribe the number with full belief in its power. This belief, this emotional certainty, is the catalyst that makes the code come alive. Some people notice unexpected money entering their lives within hours. A sudden sale, a client who returns, a random deposit, or even someone offering help out of nowhere. That's not magic. That's energy responding to alignment. That's 520 doing exactly what it's meant to do. There's something ancient, almost sacred, about the act of writing. Long before we used keyboards or screens, we carved symbols into stone, drew patterns in the sand, and inked sacred glyphs onto skin. Writing has always been a bridge between the invisible and the real, a ritual that turns thought into form. And when it comes to activating energetic codes like 520, this act becomes a ritual of transformation. In this practice, writing 520 on your left hand is more than symbolic. It's strategic. In metaphysical anatomy, the left side of the body is known as the receptive channel. It's where we absorb, where intuition flows, where spiritual energy enters. Writing the code on the left hand tells your energy field, I am open, I am ready to receive. But it's not just about where you write it, it's how you write it. The pen, the ink, the gesture, these aren't just tools, they're part of the frequency. Red ink is recommended because it represents vitality, life force, and active manifestation. If red isn't available, green, abundance, or blue, flow, are acceptable alternatives. The key is to avoid colors that dull the frequency, like black or gray, which carry more passive or neutral vibrations. As you trace each digit, 5, 2, 0, breathe slowly. Visualize the energy of money flowing into your life, not as a wish, but as a certainty. This is your signature with the universe. This is you marking your field with a code that attracts what you deserve. Done with care, this simple gesture turns into a declaration. A moment when your physical body and spiritual will move in unison. When you write the number, you are speaking without words, claiming without needing proof, inviting abundance into a space it was once blocked from. And perhaps what's most powerful is this. Every time you glance at your hand throughout the day, you are reminded, not just of the number, but of the energy behind it. That constant visual connection reaffirms the frequency and keeps your energetic field tuned to receive. Numbers alone are not enough. Without intention, they remain dormant, like seeds with no soil. That's why this ritual expands beyond the act of writing. It reaches into the realm of spirit, where your will, emotion, and belief converge to awaken the code. And here we call upon an ancient ally, the Archangel Uriel. In metaphysical tradition, Uriel is known as the angel of wisdom and illumination, but few realize his powerful connection to material guidance, clarity, and yes, abundance. He does not simply bring wealth, he brings the light of understanding that clears resistance, dissolves fear, and illuminates the path where money can finally flow. Once the number 520 is written on your left hand, the next step is simple, but sacred. You place your right hand gently over it, close your eyes, and with full presence, invoke Uriel. You speak not with desperation, but with certainty. Archangel Uriel, guide this energy, illuminate my path, align me with the money I need, urgently and abundantly. Repeat this invocation with strength, not out of routine, but from your core. Each word is a vibrational command. Each repetition reinforces your signal. The number 520, now written and activated by voice and spirit, becomes more than a symbol. It becomes a beacon. This is the power of intention fused with invocation. When you call on Uriel, you are not begging for intervention. You are partnering with a force that mirrors your inner readiness. You are saying, I am prepared to receive, and I trust the process. Some practitioners repeat the number 9 times, syncing it with Uriel's invocation. 9, in numerology, is a number of completion, a signal to the universe that you are ready to close the cycle of scarcity and enter the phase of flow. Whether whispered or spoken aloud, the sequence becomes a mantra: 520, 520, 520. Each repetition lifting the vibration higher. And in that space, where belief, energy, and angelic guidance merge, something begins to shift. The static clears. The tension lifts. You may not see the result immediately, but the current has already changed course. Even the most powerful codes cannot override a heart weighed down by guilt, fear, or unworthiness. That's why, before money flows outward into your life, it must first flow inward, through your beliefs, your identity, your inner permission to receive. And for this, we use the power of spoken words. In ancient traditions, words were seen as spells, sacred utterances that could create or dissolve reality. Today, we call them affirmations, mantras, or prayers. But their essence remains the same. They reprogram your energetic field. The code 520 is the frequency of abundance. But if deep inside you believe that wanting money makes you selfish, or that you must suffer to earn it, those beliefs will block the signal. To clear this path, we speak phrases that dismantle limitation and restore your natural right to receive. One of the most effective tools for this is the repetition of what many call trigger phrases. Simple but potent verbal keys that bypass the analytical mind and go straight into your energetic body. While touching the number 520 written on your left hand, close your eyes and repeat slowly and deliberately, "Money flows like rice. I swim in a well of abundance. My vault is full and open to receive." These are not poetic metaphors. They are frequency aligners. As you speak, feel the weight of old beliefs loosening. Guilt dissolves. Fear fades. You begin to feel not just hope, but certainty. A deep knowing that you are no longer resisting, you are allowing. Repeat each phrase 3 times. Let your voice carry intention, not performance. This is not about convincing the world. It's about convincing your subconscious that abundance is safe, deserved, and already on its way. As you finish the ritual, say aloud, "I receive money urgently and immediately, more than enough to meet all my needs. Thank you, for it is already done." With this, you seal the activation. The code is in place. The field is open. You are no longer trying to attract abundance. You are living from it, and that changes everything.